Because I was reading about the Virgin Atlantic thing, right? And I was reading something that in 1971, right? 3 of them went up there. There was one bloke in the rocket, right? The other 2 wandered off, had a walkabout, seeing what rocks they can find. And that bloke who was in the rocket, right? He was the loneliest man ever in the world.
I don't know what to do. What that was. I don't know what to do. I don't know if that's some sort of profound poetry or I don't. Do you know what I think he's trying to say? He's trying to say he was, by definition, a human furthest away from all other human contact.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, okay. No, you said loneliest. Loneliest evokes an emotion.
Yeah.
But
it's like he started crying and writing poetry and listening to Morrissey records. Go on, who are you?
Gervais, who are you?
Steve Merchant.
And who's that little fella over there, little round fella?
Tiny little Karl Pilkington.
The funny little thing from the Smash adverts. Say, then they smash them with their metal knives. Oh.
You do? Yeah, you're right. He does,
doesn't he? Yeah. I was asking if I'd seen a rounder head than him, and that's the only one someone come up with. That's the only thing they come up with. Oh, look, you're actually a little bit stressed today, aren't you? Because you had a drink last night, didn't you?
I had a couple of drinks.
Yeah.
I was down at Steve's night. He was doing a bit of DJing.
Yeah.
Went down the store.
And that's why you're all grumpy.
What? Do you hear what he just said? What? I was DJing last night, obviously that XFM evening.
Yeah.
Hour and a half. My friend and I split the time on the decks.
Yeah.
What was the word you just used?
He went down a storm.
We went down a storm. Right, 3 girls, I was walking to the toilets during my set. 3 girls went, "You are a genius." Right? What's his name? Dane Bowers? Zane Lowe?
Because you played records in a certain order?
Yes. Sorry, Rick, if you can't deal with that. Sorry if you're a little bit jealous, because this time you can't share the award.
Oh, dear.
But it was my credit this time.
You can tell he hasn't been a DJ. Because it's not just about...
It's not just about that.
The songs you play, it's the way you play them.
The way you play them, whether it's 33 or 45, very important.
Yeah, leave your hand on them as they're trying to go round.
But so 3 girls there, charmed by me, they loved it.
Yeah.
Zane Lowe, XFM DJ and MTV presenter, probably one of the coolest blokes alive. He came up, gave us massive respect. He said, "I'm loving your set." He actually used those words, right? There were people coming up, they couldn't believe their luck. It was roaring. We'd stick on a track, people would cheer as it came on, right? My particular favourite, Carl, I think you'll agree, my particular triumvirate, LL Cool J, Mama Said Knock You Out, leading straight into House of Pain, Jump Around, then straight into that current Elvis track that's been re-released, remixed by Junkie XL. I played the original, which I'd already played on XFM before. I'm already there, cutting edge.
Yeah.
Right?
3 old tracks, you mean?
3 old tracks.
In a row?
Yep. And, what I think the words that would best sum it up are, "I kicked ass."
Great.
Rick. Alright?
Well, I'm going to be kicking some ass today, because I'm going to be shamelessly self-indulgent. And, we've only got 2 shows to go, so I'm playing some of the most beauteous tunes in the world. And I was just telling Carl, lined up a Simon and Garfunkel track, Only Living Boy in New York. He went, "Why is he the only living boy in New York?" I went, "What?" He went, "What does that mean then?" I went, "I don't know." He went, "Well, what's it about?" I said, I don't care. I said, it's lovely something. He goes, "No, but what's it?" I said, "I don't go into that." I said, he went, I like a story." I said, "Like what?" I said, "Killing of Georgie, no trickery." Killing of Georgie. I think we should play that at the last...
It's good, I heard it the other day on Radio 2, it was cracking. It sounds like well.
It's really good.
Tell them what it's about again.
It's about, little girl, gay fella.
A little what? A little gay fella?
Yeah.
Right.
Who, I haven't heard it for a bit, so it's all off memory, this. But, gay bloke, is he from Scotland?
I have no idea.
But he's from somewhere where gays aren't liked.
Okay.
Right?
No.
No, he is.
Georgie Boy was gay, I guess, nothing more than the kindest guy I ever knew, right? Now, all he did was, right, his father said, "How can my son not be straight?" Kicked him out, right? Goes to America.
Yeah, but you can handle all that. You can handle your dad not getting on with you if other people around you are into the same scene.
Yeah.
But he was left on his own, he didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
He was getting stressed out.
Yeah.
So he goes...
And this was before, I mean, this is, when did this record come out?
77?
77, yeah, something like that.
Right.
And, he's...
During punk.
Right, I see, yeah.
So,
you know, the village people had come along and made gay cool.
Yeah.
That had already happened, but it wasn't respected.
But he was watching the telly or something, and he saw that New York had loads of them over there, and they're all having a good time.
Sure.
No, sorry, at no point in the song does Rod Stewart say little gay Georgie was watching telly and saw loads of gays in New York. At no point in that song.
No, but this is what I like about that song. You sort of picture what's going on.
You make it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so the little gay fella was watching telly, and there was presumably the and now from New York, the gay show. Yeah.
Or whatever, because it was a big scene over there, wasn't he, in the 70s?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, go on.
So he goes over there, and he's having a great time and that. He's meeting...
Went to New York town, very quickly settled down, soon became the toast of the Great White Way.
Yeah, they loved him.
All the old queens blew a fuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, he was out late one night.
Yeah.
And he's walking home.
Yeah.
And gets attacked, gets killed,
Yeah.
and he's lying in the
They
gutter.
didn't intend to take his life, they just pushed their luck a little too far that night. Yeah, you see?
So...
Yeah.
But what's good there? Is it good that he had a bit of a good life and was able to be himself?
Yeah.
Or should he have stayed in Scotland?
He didn't come from Scotland. Again, I really...
Well, I think, is there any way we can get this song before the end of the show and play it? Because I've heard it recently. A lot of people listening will have never heard this song. They won't have any idea what we're talking
Can
about.
I say what you said when we were talking about that song once before?
Is it bad?
It might be. Because we were talking about, you know, Georgie Boy, and he, you know, got a... I don't know.
What?
It's when you said...
Well, it's a fact. I don't think if...
Well, he said, so it's fucking Georgie, he gets out, dies, right? He goes, well, they do go out late.
I know...
Gay people
I
go
know
out
a few
late.
gay people and they start to party late on. That's
Yeah.
what... In Soho, right? Girlfriend got in a cab, right? Suzanne was in a cab, and the cab driver was taking her to an early start, right? She works at the BBC. Early start, 4 in the morning. It was going down. It was mental in Soho at 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
They were all still like starting the night out.
How do you know
Whereas-
how do you know they're gay?
It's Soho, isn't it?
Fair enough. Play a track. I'd love to be able to try and dig this out.
Yeah, we will. This is Simon and Garfunkel, The Only Living Boy in New York. It's lovely. Fashion, David Bowie. We were doing a bit of voguing, sort of cross with body popping there, weren't we, Carl? Yeah.
Played that last night, Rick, during the set.
Yeah.
That was described by Zane Lowe as one of the best sets he's ever seen. Well, he didn't say those.
No. But I think Zane just sent an email and said he's giving up because there's no point.
Yeah, exactly.
When he hears stuff like that, he said, I thought I was a DJ.
Yeah.
After seeing Steve Ocean, I'm obviously not.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
no, so,
Yeah, Big Boy Jim was down there.
Yeah,
and he,
Big
he
Boy
got very
Jim
similar.
was going, wow, you know.
I don't know what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But I like the idea because, you know, Fatboy Slim did Brighton Beach, didn't he? And he had like 20,000 people in Brighton Beach. And
Yeah.
he was chanting, everyone was loving it. Just the idea of me down in Western-super-Mare doing the same.
With
the
80,
donkeys.
86 people. Have you ever seen, have you ever seen that thing, karaoke challenge on
Exactly.
Challenge TV?
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
great, they're all
yeah.
doing it, and it's sort of like, Jonathan, what's his name, from
Jonathan
Bread,
Morris,
and,
yeah.
and all those sort of, people there. And the camera falls out, and there's about 8 people there.
Yeah, but what I love about karaoke challenge is it's not even night fever. Do you imagine that? I mean, talk about... Wow.
Oh dear. We tried to get on that once, didn't we?
On karaoke challenge?
Yeah, when we were doing that comedy
we were
lab.
gonna
I was
we
going to
were
do it in
gonna-
character,
yeah,
wasn't
you
I?
were gonna do it, yeah, as David
And
Bowie.
So we'd have a little bit of footage, but...
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah,
They
that
wouldn't even let
that
you
was
on.
terrible.
That was how minor a celebrity you were at the time.
I remember once, right, this is how sad we were. We tried for about an hour to get on the Chris Moyle show. They were doing a competition. He was doing this competition. It was about golf, wasn't it? So it was like things with,
It was, you had to think of
Puns on-
a song title, but you
Yeah.
had to make it into a golfing pun.
and people were calling up and going, "No, what about Drive by the Cars?" He was going, "Drive by the Cars," very good. And it was like things like, you know what I mean, things like something T and that. And I wanted to phone up and go, "Hello, Chris Miles. Yeah, you know, what about Spandau Ballet Golfy?" Just being, and I was just like, we tried. We must. I was just about 30 quid just to get on and do something stupid. How pathetic!
And they
is
wouldn't
that?
even let us on.
What
Yeah.
were the others? It's a good game, that. What?
Phone in if you've got any amusing puns on songs and golf.
Yeah, please.
What did you say? What was it? What?
A Spandau Ballet Golfy. Yeah, do you like that one?
It's a good game, good little game.
Yeah, you're thinking.
else?
You're thinking of what you're doing, Carl. What you're thinking on the radio. That's what you're doing. It's a first. You're actually broadcasting thinking.
Can we just be quiet and just listen to Carl think?
Yeah.
Oh.
Anything?
Got anything there? Any golfing puns at
You
all?
know, some people say, Carl, it's impossible to catch yourself not thinking. Now, I reckon if there's one man in the world...
Hole in my shoe. That fella in the young ones. Hole. And there's one on a golf course.
He's got a little... Has he got a little cold as well? Because you're...
Yeah, well, I was telling Steve, before I went on the tube last Saturday night,
Yeah.
kills me. There's every time I go on the tube, I just get full of a cold and everything. I'm full of flu, and it's down to going on the tube.
Is it?
Someone told me that every time you go on the tube, it's the equivalent of smoking 2 cigarettes.
Really?
Because of the sort of gunk and pollution down there.
And have you heard the other one?
And I always smoke 2 cigarettes on the tube. Yeah.
These are my nerves.
Yeah.
The what's the name one about the
Oh, there you go.
all like the hairballs that are in the tubes
Oh,
because
yeah.
of like people stood on the platform, trains go whizzing past at high speeds, right? Takes a bit of your hair off. Don't say anything.
What, you mean don't question the science of that?
Well, no, he means
because of my
it doesn't
head,
affect him.
Oh, I see, yeah.
right? And apparently they all get caught up in the tunnels, and they have to like clean it out now and again because there's big hairballs on the lines. It's
on the lines?
On the train lines.
Right.
Yeah, it's a terrible place. So that's why I'm all bunged up. And that's when you came in today. I was like looking on the websites to see how much badness there is down in the tubes.
Yeah. How much badness is there?
Oh, loads.
Is there a lot of badness?
If you know how much badness there is on the tube, call in 08700
What sort of things did you
800
find?
1234. How much badness is there?
It was just about, you know, the germs, so there's no fresh air, and that's why I was asking you about people committing suicide on trains and that, how often it happens. And apparently 2 people a week. Was it two a week or 2 a day?
It's 2 cigarettes. How many people is it?
2 people.
700 800 1234. How many people per cigarette is it like killing yourself on the tube? Call in.
2 people a week try and kill themselves or something.
Right.
On the tubes.
Really?
Bad, that, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Terrible. Should we play a record?
If you want.
Have we got the big new Eminem single?
No, I was gonna.
We'll tease them with that. We'll play that a bit later.
We are going to play it though. We're going to play the new Eminem single.
We will. Plus, obviously, we've got this big celebrity bag to give away as well.
Oh yeah, let me just do a quick.
Well,
play
no,
a
let's
record
play
now.
a
Explain
record. We'll explain
the competition after that.
Doves.
Doves would be good.
Are we going to get Rockbusters out of the way quickly?
Go on then, let's do it then.
Might
Give
as
us
well
a
do
clue.
it. It's not going to take long, is it?
Go on.
Right then. So, 3 clues and that.
Yeah.
Initials of a band and artist.
Yeah.
You can win some stuff. Steve can go through the.
Ladder 49 better be in there.
Oh, let me
Just quickly.
It's ladder 49.
You get on with those clues and I'll tell you what's happening.
And this is the last time. The winner of this.
No, we'll do it again next week.
Oh, is it? And then there'll be 6 people, and we just draw someone out of a hat to win the signed Homer, the Nigel Tufnell, and the us as Flanimals.
Right, you ready
But
then?
they've got great prizes. They've got Alias. They've got
They've got Alias, they've got The Aviator, a Batman cartoon series, M. Night Shyamalan's The Village, atrocious film, and Ladder 49, there it is.
brilliant.
It's in there.
Joaquin Phoenix, John Travolta. Their greatest challenge lies in rescuing one of their own.
Brilliant. Go on then, Carl.
Right, the first one then. When I'm ill, I throw up horse food. When I'm ill, I throw up horse food. How can that work? What's going on there? The initials there. I-H. Right? It's a band or an artist or a singer. Something like that. I-H. They're the initials. The clue.
I've got it.
When I'm ill, I throw up horse food. Right?
I've got it.
Right then. Well, don't say anything. Works, doesn't it?
No.
Second one, that garden tool, it's not yours. What are you doing with it? Right?
Yeah.
That garden tool you're messing about with there, it's not yours.
Yeah.
Give it back. Right?
What's that?
ND. ND. Right? Artist or a band. What's going on there? Right? Third one, that male sheep sounds fed up. Why is he fed up? Right? TR. TR's the initials. That male sheep sounds fed up. What's going on? If you know the answers to them 3, email in. Have you got a winner?
No, I don't even know the answers,
we'll pick one. Alright then, the first one.
Right.
I just got the plastic cup.
Right, the first one was, when I'm ill,
Yeah.
I throw up horse food. Right?
Yeah.
That's the clue. The initials were I-H.
I got
Right?
this one.
And that
I must
was,
say, too.
that was I sick haze, because when you're ill, you're sick. What do horses eat? They eat hay. I sick haze. I sick haze is the answer. You got that. Second one, that garden tool. That garden tool you've got, it's not yours. What are you doing with it? Right? ND.
That was different.
That was what's a garden tool? A rake. Right? If it's not yours, what have you done? You've nicked it. You've nicked Drake. You've nicked that rake. Nick Drake. Nick Rake. Right? So that's ND. So you got that.
I don't know where
That's
to
fine,
start.
no, that's fine, that's fine.
The third one, that male sheep sounds well fed up.
Go on.
What's up with it? That was TR. That was that ram It's a ram, that's a male sheep, it's fed up, it's moaning. Ram, moans, Ramones, the Ramones. So they got that as well.
Badly drawn boy and something to talk about. Well, it's a good job we've got something to talk about because we're DJs on XFM 104.9. I'm with Stephen Merchant. Of course, there, Karl Pilkington. How you doing?
Of course, you must have been excited at the BAFTAs because we did bump into Dr. Fox.
Oh, yeah.
Pleased with that.
Yeah.
What was the challenge again? I think the challenge was you had to shout Foxy.
Yeah, the challenge was, it's sort of like Jackass, but wimpy Jackass. Karl was our cameraman for the night because we were doing the making of sort of series 2 where we've filmed ourselves sort of writing it and doing bits and pieces and going to awards on it. And it's on me, and that my challenge, which I think, was it me that set my own challenge?
You did.
I had to shout Foxy and get him over.
Yeah.
And I bottled out about 5 times. I just thought he was talking to someone.
Yeah.
I just thought, and then I did it, and where's the victory in that?
Yeah.
I shouted Foxy, and he came over and went, alright. I think, where's the victory?
I remember
Jackass, they dive off buildings and things.
I was a little bit taken aback that because even though he was joking and mucking around, he was swearing. You don't expect that from Foxy.
Oh, behave. He was off
Oh,
duty.
no, he was. I mean, he's
a-
more than one, but he didn't expect it to because he seemed like a lovely bloke there, but he has got an enormous head. I mean, I'm not gonna.
But
I'm
I've got
not
a problem with
disrespecting
that.
him. I think he's a lovely guy, but
Yeah.
his head is huge.
But it's in proportion with his big body as well. He's a chunky wombat of a man.
True enough.
And so am I.
It was a problem getting him on screen.
Sure, because of the huge head. Yeah.
I was struggling.
No, I know. Well, I know the Popeye people has worries about that. I had to get special lenses.
Yeah, yeah. I love the fact that us 3 freaks can take the piss out of anyone.
Stop there, though, Rick, because I was on TV briefly. There was a thing about The Office on Top 10 TV Bastards on Channel 4, and I appeared on there briefly talking about the show. And there's this girl who's a girlfriend of a friend of mine, and she's like, I saw you on TV last night. I went, yeah. She went, I'll tell you this, you're better looking on TV than you are in real life, and that's good for you. And I was like, oh, I don't know if that was a compliment, because it's like...
Definitely not.
Well, I'm not on TV, so it's not beneficial in any way.
Yeah.
But that's like...
I'm too right, you have to step out of the TV.
But that's like saying, I normally find you pretty repulsive.
Yeah.
My opinion changed slightly last night because you were on the box.
Yeah.
And I didn't know, it sounded like it was a compliment.
through the aid of a different...
Through the aid of lighting and appearing like for 12 seconds on screen in small doses.
Oh, God.
You thought I wasn't as bad looking as I am in real
A lot
life.
of people have phoned in and wondered if you are Morph grown up, because they've seen a picture of you on the website.
Do you mean me or Karl?
Karl.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
No, because people have seen you and next to a picture of Morph, and it's if you draw around... Honestly, Karl, if you lay you down and draw around you, it's exactly the same shape as Morph.
Yeah.
Or the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Or, yeah, gingerbread man. You do look like a gingerbread man. That's great.
Oh! I love... Karl, we think you're brilliant. We like looking at you, talking to you, hearing what you've got to say. We think of you, don't we, in the week sometimes?
Rick, I had a bit of good news this morning.
Go on.
And I don't mean this in any way. I'm sure it's an emotional thing for her. But in The Sun it says that Dido, her wedding's off.
Right.
Just thinking, ding dong. Because for some reason, I don't know what it is, I was having a chat with my mates. I've always been under the assumption I could pull Dido.
Because she's
quite ordinary. Do you know what I mean? She looks a bit ordinary. She's quite an attractive one, but like...
Would that be your opening chat-up line?
You look quite ordinary.
Dido, I don't think you could probably get anything better than me, because you're not too hot yourself.
Exactly.
My name's Steve Merchant.
I'd wear actually, what I'd do is I'd go, right, I'm not going to meet you in the flesh, but I'm going to send a picture of you on video.
Yeah, this is me on Top TV Bastards. What do you think?
See what you think.
Yeah, and if you think it's good, well, I'm certainly no worse without the lighting and makeup, so don't worry about that.
Exactly.
Oh,
Dido.
Do you have a little bit of Bowie? Do you have a little bit of Bowie?
What was your thing about Dido? That she's like a kind of... She's a bit like a receptionist.
Who got up and sang once, because she
At
knows
karaoke.
tunes, and a bloke came up, hi, I'm Gridlin Records, I'm thinking of releasing a CD, and it just goes mental.
Exactly.
Everyone buys it. Yeah.
It's good though, isn't it?
But she should be doing photocopying or filing, do you not think? Just the way she looks. She's got that very kind of suburban
the
look.
whole look thing annoys me. Do you know there's another pop stars thing starting?
Yeah.
Like, it's going on in Ireland. Apparently it's Ireland's version of it.
Okay.
And today it was like, you saw all these kids rushing in, there was fat ones there and ugly kids, and you're thinking, it's sad and everything, they might have a good voice, but they've no chance, right? And there was a woman there who looked a bit like Britney, and the bloke, straight away, before even hearing the voice, Britney lookalike over there, go and get her in, give her a ticket, she's through to the next phase. And it's just annoying. Dido isn't beautiful, but she's nice enough. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's why she's fine for me. I mean, I mean, my standards are quite low.
So, do you think Steve should go out there then? I mean, that's what we're asking you. Do you think he should?
Yeah.
Okay, so a little bit of Bowie.
Thanks, Karl. Try and fix that for next week.
Cooper Temple Claus there. Who needs enemies on XFM 104.9? Well, it's competition time. If you want that celebrity endorsed bag from the BAFTAs, Jane had a good idea.
Go on.
She thinks we should revive sort of Swap Shop, because a
I love
competition.
Swap Shop. I think it's a great game.
It's great. It was great, right? But a competition, or just saying why you need it, right? This way, you know, it's how much you can give, and I think it should be right. What will endorse Karl's life? A theme of the season, I suppose. We're ending a season now of this show, aren't we? And one of the big themes is really develop Karl, enhance Karl.
Rejuvenate him in some way.
What do you think Karl would want? Have you got something he'd love? It can be battling tops, you know, and you've got to say why he'd love your old battling tops. It can be a book.
Sorry, what's a battling top? Was this something you used to take to school, like, with your hoop and stick?
No, it was a little
and your
game.
baked potato?
It was in the wrist action. And
Go on.
it was like little tops, right? You'd have 4 players, right? You'd wind it around like with cotton, right? And hold a little, I'm getting excited thinking about it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I know, I'm getting overexcited. It was just battling.
Was this something like...
And you pull it, yeah.
I've had
And it
one.
goes mad.
Don't
yeah.
send one of them. I've had one.
Don't give any clues. It could be some educational, it can be some personal to you that you think you might enhance. So, the competition is, basically, if you want that bag...
So let's just explain what the bag is. It's one of these sort of cardboard giveaway bags that we got at the BAFTAs. It's got a nice picture of the BAFTA logo. We got it signed by Graham Norton, Angus Dayton, Alan Davis, Jamie Theakston, Paul Whitehouse, Helen Baxendale, Steve, Phil Mitchell, McFadden, Simon Pegg, Steve Wright, obviously the three of us. And, you know, it's just a nice little sort of, you know, if you like kind of autographs, or if you're an autograph hunter or whatever else, or you just like the bag.
Or you like the show,
you know,
or you
then,
want a little piece of Karl.
a
Or you want to
history.
give Karl something, a bit of yourself, or
Exactly.
to enhance his life.
So let's get it straight. So it's something that you have. It doesn't have to be very expensive. It doesn't have to be necessarily a worthy thing. It could be something you've made.
Karl has to go, I want that.
Something that enhances Karl's life in some way. Something that will make his life a little bit more special, a little bit better.
Yeah.
And this is a write or email only. We don't want your phone calls on this because we're just too lazy.
So what could make Karl's life a little bit more special?
And we'll give it away next week. So you've got a week to email or write in with your suggestions about what it is that you'd want to swap for this this celebrity band.
Is it karl@xfm.co.uk?
Yeah.
Or you can write XFM, PO Box 1049, London, WC2, H7XX.
Yeah.
Give them out again, Rick. Sorry, you ought to maybe mention something like, you know, Gervais bag.
Oh, I think Karl Swap Shop.
Karl Swap Shop.
Or
Well, let's not confuse it.
well, it's just good to have a good name.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
It's just going to take as long
Is
as
this
the
thinking on
golfing
radio
puns.
again? Is this thinking on radio again?
All right, we'll just do
So
that.
hang on, it can't just be Karl at XFM. Is it not Karl.Pilkington?
Yeah, with a K. But the thing is, why are you emailing me? Because I'm not taking any bribes. They've got to send the stuff in.
No,
No, of course they haven't. But as 100 people send something and you send 99 back.
No, I won't send. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, no, they just email or
Leave
write
it
in
to
with a
us.
suggestion.
Oh.
Make sure that you mention who you are if you're emailing and leave a telephone number as well. We need a telephone number, we've got to call you back.
Let me give you an example. I like the bag. I want the bag, right? I think this would enhance Karl's life because I am sending a Feng Shui book. Something like that. You know what I mean? I am sending Karl a teddy bear.
You have to explain why, though. Obviously,
Yeah.
we can.
Why you think it is, you know?
This
And
is
it can
getting
be-
so
it
much
can
more
be-
complicated than it needs to.
I'm bored with it.
It was such an easy idea before.
Throw the bag. Well, burn the bag.
Give out the
Burn
addresses again,
the
Rick.
bag. Okay. It's XFM, PO Box 1049. That's easy to remember. London, WC2, H7XX.
And the email?
I can't remember.
Karl.Pilkington at xfm.co.uk with a K.
With a K.
Alright, well done.
Yeah.
Man alive, that was exhausting.
Any
I'll tell you
clues,
what,
Karl? What would you like? What would you like?
I really don't know. I honest to God, I can't help anyone out here.
No. You just see something you like when you see it.
Well, there might be something out there that I don't know about, and yet it is.
I'm
made-
sure there is.
Do you know what I
I'm
mean?
sure there's something out there you don't know
there's
about.
things in this room you don't understand.
No, but
Okay, look, we played it before once, and I know you were charmed
Yeah,
by
I
it.
love
I'm a
this.
big fan of this. This is
Absolutely
from
love
Amy Mann's album Bachelor No. 2, and this is Red Vines playing.
Only Living Boy in New York. Do you like that?
it's got a nice feel to it.
Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah.
Lovely. Bit later I'm going to be playing a Cat Stevens track. It's one of the most beautiful tracks ever written. It's called Lillywhite off Mona Bone Jack On. Look forward to that. We've got Eminem coming up.
We've got the new Eminem single as well, and a big giveaway, Rick, lest we forget.
I think we should tell them what that is.
Do you think so?
Yeah, well, we all went to the BAFTAs, as you know, and we thought we could get a good prize out of this, so we got some celebs to sign the BAFTA bag they gave away. It's just a nice big chunky sort of cardboard carrier bag, you know. It's not the value that counts. This is what values it. Read out the sort of names.
These are the kinds of celebrity names that have signed that bag. Obviously us three, plus Graham Norton.
Yeah.
Angus Dayton signed it. Alan Davis, Jonathan Creek, Jamie Theakston, Paul Whitehouse. A lot of comedians, you'll notice. Helen Baxendale from Cold Feet, who's also been in Friends, right? I don't know why that's so exciting. Steve Phil Mitchell McFadden.
Yeah.
It's an eclectic bag. I noticed actually that Steve's signature is also mentioned. I think he says Steve, aka Phil Mitchell. Which is very nice of him.
Yeah.
Peter Davison, former Doctor Who.
I noticed also that when you gave him the pen to sign it, he put the pen away.
Yeah, he pocketed it.
They say, oh,
Yeah.
whoa.
Just his wily Cockney ways.
You're not Phil Mitchell now, man.
Exactly.
Give us the pen back.
Exactly. Simon Pegg, and of course, one of broadcasting's biggest legends, Steve Wright.
Oh, Steve Wright,
got him to sign it as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's, you know, you're not going to find that. That's quite an eclectic and kooky mixture of celebrity names.
Yeah.
You know, autographs on one bag.
And we maybe photocopy it, and it's just, you can't
We
make
can
out
explain who
signatures,
they
we
are.
can explain who they are.
But we can give that away. And there's, you know, it's a little commemorative thing of the BAFTA. It's got a big BAFTA logo on there and everything. It's pretty classy. Did I mention this? That our agent, who was there, he ran around getting a few of these autographs, and I think he held him back on a few. He went up to him and told him it was for charity, and that was why they signed it. Which I think's, you know, a little bit cheeky, but that's what agents are like, Carl. You've got to
But then again, he didn't
understand
get anything from it. It's not like he said, give us £1.
No, he just got.
They just got their
Well, he said that
signature.
as well.
Then he made 42 quid.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, we're going to give that away.
Is that a good prize? I think that's a nice prize, isn't it? It's a little commemorative thing.
Carl, you're turning your nose up on it.
No, it's alright, I wouldn't want it.
Doesn't he? Do people get you to sort of do campaigns on the radio, like drink Fosters? I wouldn't, but you know, you can.
Yeah, but look, I noticed on the big board here, it tells us that you can win signed and framed Chemical Brothers album covers on Sunday. Right, that's just 2 geeks who've signed that. We've got like
We've got 3 alone in this room.
Exactly. Plus, we've got some of you know, the cream of Britain's light entertainment who've signed that bag. I'm appalled by you that you're just so disrespectful of us.
No, but it's like how when I went to the BAFTAs with you, and I wasn't really enjoying it. You were
I
like,
can't. He said what?
No,
you
didn't tell us this.
Ungrateful.
There are so many people.
You're like a little charity case. You're like, oh,
I had
God.
chicks queuing up around the block.
You'd usually have
I know, but
to.
I
Someone
told
like you
you.
would have to write to Jim or Fix It or Esther Ranson to get to meet us sort of people. And now it's on your doorstep.
I'm amazed that you didn't enjoy it. Why didn't you
God.
enjoy it? You got to walk down the red carpet. You went in. There was George Best, one of your footballing heroes, was there. A load of other big names. You sat there at prime position. You came backstage with a load of other big names. Hey, you had a lovely bit of grub.
You were filming this thing for the DVD we're making. That's you, a cameraman on our DVD. And yet you think, now you look grumpy because you had a couple of pints and you, I can't believe
So
it.
tell us why you didn't enjoy it, because the ceremony, what didn't you enjoy about that? It was interminable, wasn't it?
far too long.
Wasn't it awful?
3
boring.
hours.
I'm sorry. I thought you were going to say something.
Really?
Sorry.
3 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose for you two, at least, you know, you were going to get something.
Sure.
Yeah.
But with me, it's like, I mean, I've never graduated or anything, so
Have you not?
I'm trying to think of a situation. Basically, I sat there for 3 hours knowing that I'm not going to get anything out of the night.
Yeah.
Right? Now...
Did you, sorry, when we invited you and you said yes, did you think you were up for an award?
No, but I thought we were going to be sat round tables, having a nice bit of food, whilst people are going up there winning awards.
Yeah.
But 3 hours of the same thing over and over again. I mean, if a film's 3 hours in the cinema, you go, well, it's long, but, you know, I wonder how it's going to end.
Yeah.
But this was just like the same thing over and over again. Some guy going up, thanks a lot, cheers for the bit of brass. And then going down, sitting down, the same thing over and over again. I wouldn't, honestly, right? I'd say it was one of the worst things I've ever had to do. I enjoyed the night afterwards when we did have a bit of lamb and a nice bit of veg and that. That was alright, and I went home and I was happy, and I got the little freebie bag that you're talking about that we're giving away. Which wasn't much good stuff in it.
Oh, alright! Right!
No,
What would you have done on that Saturday night?
Suzanne
What
said-
would you have done or the Sunday night rather, what would you have done had you been at home?
I would have stayed in with Suzanne, right? Watching telly, having a nice bit of pate on toast or something, cup of tea, watching 24, But instead, I had to buy an expensive suit, so I didn't show you up. Right?
Yeah. How much did you spend on your suit?
Well, in total, right, because, you know, the shoes and the suit and the shirt and the tie, it was about 600 quid.
That's the most expensive evening ever!
And that's what I'm saying to you. And the daft thing is, it's dark in there. I don't know why you've got to wear a nice suit.
You can't wear a tracksuit, for goodness sake.
It's dark in there!
No, just the shirt and that. It doesn't make you a better person wearing a suit.
No, doesn't make you a better
mean?
person, no.
We're not claiming it made you a better person.
No, but that annoyed me.
Yeah.
I mean, it was an experience, isn't it? That's why I went, because you think, if I didn't go, if I would have said to you when you invited me, no, Steve, I don't want to go, then I would have never known, right?
Yeah.
And that's my sort of thing in life, right?
Yeah.
If something comes up, you should take it, even if you're not going to like it. It's a bit of an experience.
Right.
Do you know what he said to me? I phoned him up because we had to meet up, and obviously he had to pose as my gay lover.
Yeah.
To get in, right?
Yeah.
He phoned me, he said something to me like, I bought a suit, I'm looking good. He said, I'm looking good. People will think, how on earth did he end up with that good-looking guy?
So he got into the role.
That was what he said to me.
He started getting into it.
Such an insult.
Play a record.
I just must say that we've had an email from Daryl Foster. Lots of people have emailed in saying, well done on the BAFTAs and well done on your Room 101. They really liked that.
Thank you.
There's one guy, and it's Daryl says, Ricky, has your dad only got one D-Mob suit? Because I know you noticed, but Ricky wears the same suit every single time he appears on TV, because he spent a fortune on it getting it tailor-made.
I've only got one.
It's a good suit, and
I
now
know.
he's all the time.
And it's winter as well, it's like a pure wool, so I'm sweating everywhere I go. Anyway, usually it's too much cheese.
I won't be buying another.
Huh?
I won't be buying another one.
Ever.
Now. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suzanne told me today, right, because I've handed it in today to have the trousers turned up a bit.
Why?
Because it was a bit of a bodge job for the night.
Yeah.
Right.
It was just some pins sort of holding it up the other night, but you didn't notice, and I didn't tell you because I thought you'd be getting on the stage and saying, "Look at that freak over there with his pants hemmed up." But I took it to the place to get it done. Suzanne tells me that I'm going to start shrinking now and getting to that age where you start going smaller.
I know that must have been a revelation to you and a worry. Like, how small do you get? How small do you get? Oh,
What are we playing now?
I thought we'd have a bit of Marley music.
Marley music.
Oh,
Okay.
go on.
So what I've done, this little book of quotes, happiness quotes. I've picked two that are real,
Okay.
and I've made one up. Right.
And we've got a guess.
And you've got to guess.
Okay, then, go on.
Well, I'll tell you what, Rick, why don't we, when we've heard them, we won't confer.
No.
You'll write down yours,
Yeah.
A, B, or C, and I'll
Yeah.
write down mine, and we'll
Sure.
see how it
Okay,
works.
Carl, off you go.
Right, and just because I'm looking at this book, it doesn't mean I'm actually reading.
No, I know,
Don't
no,
worry,
I know.
we're clever.
No, no, we know, we can't see yet.
Like,
Yeah.
call my bluff.
Yeah, go on
Okay.
then.
Nothing is worth more than this day.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
Alright.
yeah.
The way I see it.
Oh God, my head's gonna burst.
No, hang on.
My head's gonna burst.
No,
Hang
no,
on.
this might not be Carl's.
It might not be.
How do you know I haven't tweaked them a little bit?
Yeah, good
Okay,
point.
fair
Good
enough.
point. No, good point.
The way I see it, if you want the rainbow, you got to put up with the rain.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Alright, yeah.
Okay. Hang on. It's not here.
Come on.
Cat food.
Cat food, go on.
It stinks a bit, but if you don't put up with the smell, the little kitten will die.
Steve, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Imagine this in faking it. Imagine their faces when he says that, and they're going, "Oh my God."
Oh.
Carl, play a song, mate.
We'll have to confer on this one.
Listen, do you want to set up songs of phrase?
Yeah.
Oh, God. If you've not heard the show before...
I thought we weren't doing this week. I thought
we weren't.
No, we'll do it once, right? And then next week's the last one, so we'll do Rockbusters. Leave
That
them
might
out.
be the last one ever, depending on whether Carl decides to come back
Yeah.
in October or not.
I'm bored of it. I told you I'm bored of it.
Why are you bored with it?
I get bored quick with stuff.
Yeah.
I told Suzanne the other night, how lucky she was, that I haven't got rid of her yet. She's, do you know what I mean? Things...
You put on a soft music though first, didn't you? You didn't just like start getting that around.
you opened a bottle of wine.
You know you're a very lucky girl. Sorry? Well, I usually get bored with you and that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
You're lucky you haven't pissed off.
Yeah. Do you want to open the champagne or what?
Well, she was annoyed the other
Carl,
night.
what's that on your ear? Don't worry about it. Pigeon shit, aren't it?
We're walking to the pictures, right, to go and see Bruce Almighty.
Sure.
Why?
And just something to say, innit?
Yeah. So you were trying to sneak in the back.
So on the way, cutting across Leicester Square, and those fellas who sell roses, he comes over. Do you want one? Do you want one? I said, don't do that. She's allergic to them. Right. So he'd go away.
Yeah.
She got all annoyed about that.
Because she's not allergic to them.
Well, she's not allergic now, but they're about £3 each.
What
But the point of that, Carl, is not that she really wants a rose, it's that you're willing to spend £3 on her.
Taking us to the pictures.
How much was that? That was £8 each. Did you pay for it though?
But didn't you ever, if I know you had her dressed up as a small child.
yeah.
Me and my son, please.
Or you've made her sit on your shoulders and wear a long coat.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, listen, songs of phrase then.
You paid for her to go in and then you went another pint while she watched it.
Yeah, there's no point in both of us seeing it, but tell me about
Tell
it.
me what it's like.
Oh, right, songs of phrase.
So let's explain what songs of phrase is.
You do it.
Okay, oh, really? If you think that Carl is bored with life, then you will be even more bored once you have heard this particular quiz. The gist of it is that Carl has taken a well-known phrase
Well,
or saying
no, stop me there. Not a well-known phrase. Something that he said once.
on this show,
Yeah, probably.
and he's somehow compiled together a number of different songs which have somehow built up that particular phrase or sentence.
If it's anything about Chinese people, Philip Bailey will be involved. That's all I can say.
Okay, let's hear it then, Carl.
Right.
Alright, I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that was. This is appalling.
I don't know
This is
what that
appalling.
is. Carl, I do not know what that is. What is the phrase?
I just was saying last week about everyone's raving about Galileo.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
raving about Galileo.
No, they're not. No,
That sounds
they're
like
not.
a sort of B-side from
Yeah.
the Buggles.
Everyone's raving about Beyonce and Robbie Williams.
Yeah.
They're not. People going.
Pop
what,
idol.
What are you into? Galileo's good. Yeah.
Forget it.
No. Placebo song for Carl there. That's Special Needs on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington.
We were doing songs of phrase.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh god. So what is this phrase? What is the phrase, Carl?
Last week we were talking about Galileo,
Right.
and I just was saying years ago, I can't remember now, when was it? When was he doing his thing?
End of the 16th century, I think.
Right. And he was messing about, trying to find out about speed of light or something, is it?
No, he did lots of stuff, Galileo.
All I was saying is, back
Gravity,
then,
yeah,
surely
yeah.
everyone was saying, stop messing with that, make us a telly. You know what I mean? There was other things that people would have been happier with.
Sure.
Back then. Like they,
Yeah.
like they didn't
So
know.
the phrase exactly is what? The well-known phrase is what?
Galileo, well, it goes like this, doesn't it? Right.
So it's Galileo's stop
Talking to me about
talking about
science.
science. Make me television.
Make me television.
Yeah. So you email in with the bands and that.
Brilliant.
Right, let's...
That is rock bottom.
of
I
course
mean,
it is.
the well-known phrase being Galileo, stop talking to me about science, make me television. As a well-known phrase is one of the weirdest things I've forget jizz out of windows and things like that. That is the weirdest thing I've heard on radio as a competition.
Can we have that one next week? Okay, well here are the prizes. If you think, Rick, if you think the quiz has hit rock bottom, wait till I tell you these prizes.
No, brilliant. Oh.
I know that we're very much pushing new music on XFM, and it's an alternative music station, so you'll be pleased that we're giving away Now That's What I Call Music 55, featuring the likes of Busted and Daniel Bedingfield.
Brilliant.
You really know how to cater to our audience, don't you? The best dance album in the world, that includes DJ Sammy, Scooter, and Liberty X on there. So look forward to that.
Yeah.
This is not so bad. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, a live DVD of a, pardon me, a performance, and some, pardon me again, but, anyway. That basically sums up the prizes. So, I won't tell you the rest, they're all monotonous. But, anyway, I think those crisps, Rick, have gone down the wrong way. Although I was eating goulash earlier. Sorry. I'm fine. So anyway, yeah, that's some of the prizes. And you can win some tat.
So,
if you can identify these artists.
The well-known phrase, Galileo, stop talking to me about science, make me television.
I just
so appalling.
But easy this week, I think. Those, yeah. Play a record, Carl. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. The Pixies. Answers rushing in, we should point out, for the quiz. Most of them agreeing that it's pointless. Some people have called it... It's songs of phrase, of course. Some people have referring to it now as songs of arse. Which is more than appropriate. But you'll be pleased to know that it's ending this week, and next week we've got the return of the even more pitiful Rockbusters.
For the last one.
That's back for the last one. We'd perhaps also need your petitions to Carl. If you want us to stay on the air, then you need to petition Carl, giving good reasons why he should stay, why this show isn't boring, or rather why he shouldn't be bored by it. I mean, you're bound to be bored as listeners, but obviously he's running out of steam now.
What are you fed up with? You're just fed up with in general, are you? I mean, you want your Saturdays back, do you?
Just want a bit of a life back, that's all.
But you don't do anything with your life when you've got it.
Why don't you do this instead of, like, your day job?
Can't. It's more important than my day job, innit? That's what earns the company money and that. You know what I mean?
Well...
So...
Why don't you do a regular show then? Sack someone who's, you know, quite frankly not put in the way.
I've done that. I did that years ago.
What do you mean?
Done it. Told you, I've done a lot of stuff. Boxing, done. Tick. Dancing, done.
No, you turned up, the place was shut.
Yeah, but...
Dancing? When did you do dancing?
That's when he went and said, I want to do dancing, and he went along to the place, and it was shut, and that was it. And he said, I didn't do it anymore. That's not doing it, is it? Boxing, he had a fight with one lad, then the lad beat him up, and he didn't go again.
Oh dear, it's pathetic. Well, anyway, yeah, so this is basically our penultimate show. Next week's the final, and we're all looking forward to that enormously.
Yeah.
But that may be it forever then, and this, you know, all for one, all, you know, one for all for one. The Three Musketeers, gone forever.
Yeah.
I, for one, will be pleased.
Oh.
Anyway.
You've got something on your hair, you know.
Monkey news?
Well, I was going to say the winner.
I don't think anyone cares.
Oh, come on, someone got all of them, didn't they?
Well, okay, play it again then. This was Songs of Phrase. You did this
The well-known phrase is, Galileo, stop talking to me about science, make me television. The most convoluted, banal quiz on any radio station ever. I mean, I'm including Moyles, Chris Evans, do you know what I mean? Simon Bates. That's worse than anything they ever did.
Apparently, Channel 5 have bought the rights. Anyway, what were the answers, Carl?
We had Queen in there, Altered Images, Thomas Dolby.
Yeah.
Beatles, Aretha Franklin, and Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Well, extraordinarily, Tracy and John Burton from Colchester and Essex got all of those right. Why they would want the prizes, I've no idea, but good luck to them. They can enjoy those at some point. God bless.
A few examples today of irony coming back and biting you.
Yeah.
That seemed like a funny idea at the time, me posing that, but Jonathan Ross phoned me up when they first went up and he just said, I've just seen a big poster of a predatory gay.
Yeah. Yeah, you do look a little bit,
yeah. Hello, what's your name?
Yeah.
Why would you like to sit down here? And then you're in the background. And also, I think the funny thing about having you as a partner, I mean, the only good thing is that you know, you look weird and tall, like too freakishly tall and lanky.
Oh, yeah,
but in that one, no, because your background and you're smiling, you don't look as weird as you do in real life, or as freakishly tall. So it sort of ruins it a little bit for me. Look at Pilkington. Look.
Pilkington, what are you doing?
He's not listening. He's just opening a packet. What are they? McVitie's. See, we should mention them. We get some free ones if anyone at McVitie's are listening, because we're not getting the perks of this.
Nothing. I'd say I'm not getting anything. I really got in this game for the ladies, for the money, for the voiceover work. Certainly,
Yeah.
I'm seeing hide and hair of that.
But you're not getting the voiceover work because Jethro's getting all the parts that you might get.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay, Rick. Yeah. You were the voice of what? The drink driving campaign? You sound like a man who was run over in a drink drive incident. I mean, it's like you don't drive.
Yeah, but I didn't get any money for that, did I? Oh, did I? I can't remember.
It's like, I mean,
I don't drive, yeah. Well, that's good, I don't drive. No, it said don't drink and drive, so I've chosen just to drink.
But at least I can formulate sentences using the English language, and I'm not getting the voiceover work.
The English language of the 14th century.
Well, it's better English language and English language. Rather than whatever kind of Middle England language you speak, the language of the hobbits.
Alright, Carl.
Alright.
See, you're eating a biscuit. I can't believe it. Are you bored with this already? Do you know what? MTV called me last week. They called me again yesterday and said, when can they come down to do they're coming down next Saturday, by the way, to do a little screen test for you. They're gonna sort of just film you with a little camcorder. You said this. They're gonna film you. Are you alright? Do you want to, I mean, are you hungry? Do you want to go out and have a meal? I can't believe you're eating while I'm on air.
No one can hear that.
Do you know who I am?
No one can hear that.
Explain who I am.
Well, that's Ricky Gervais, right? He's made his name on TV.
Yeah.
Okay, he's done any number of corporate gigs, and they pay silly money. So, I mean, this guy's earning, you know, and really, earning beyond his talent. Alright? So,
I think I deserve a little bit more than a little mank eating a biscuit while I'm talking.
Rick Gervais?
Yeah.
Have you won a BAFTA?
Yeah, too.
Alright, so,
yeah.
Just a little bit of respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carl,
Well,
what have you won? What have you won?
I got a bronze certificate for doing a full week at school.
That's great.
It was only a bronze.
What's that then? 3 out of 5 days.
And I got me a little Crusaders badge, if you remember.
What's the little Crusaders badge?
The Crusaders badge for the religious club. So.
Oh, was that the fella that you went and played? You had to go ping pong ball. So they wanted to talk to you about God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a Crusaders badge, did you?
Yeah, that's why I went. That's why I joined. That's why I joined.
For the badge.
I like the little badge. Did 4 weeks and then packed it in. But we're talking about MTV, right? And I was feeling a bit nervous, wasn't I? About like, you know, the way I look.
Right.
And what have you. And then I watched a bit of Celebrity Big Brother and all the fuss that Mark Owen's getting, and he's not that good looking, is he?
He's very, I want to be Mark Owen's mate. If anyone who knows Mark Owen, or Mark Owen's listening, I want to be his mate.
Yeah,
I think he's brilliant.
I think he's a nice lad, but what I'm saying is, right, all the girls go mad over him.
Yeah.
And he's not that good looking, is he?
Well, no, he's got it is in a certain way, isn't he? That sort of, non-threatening sort of...
Yeah, but he's not stunning, is he? Do you know what I mean?
No, but, no...
Well, what's your definition of a stunning?
Yeah.
Well,
who do you like?
Someone who you look at and you go, God, they're good
Which
looking.
bloke do you fancy?
What bloke do you think's attractive then?
So if I was into men...
Yeah, yeah.
In fact, you can still say a bloke's a good looker without, like, fancying him.
Who do you think is attractive?
Probably, I mean, it depends what you're looking for.
No, just looks. Just look. You think
there's different looks as well.
Of course, yeah. Who did you say was attractive? Who did you say was, like, stunning, in your definition?
A good-looking lad.
Yeah.
Good-looking lad. Oh, look at him over there, he's... ooh...
Do you find, you know, Robbie Williams, do you find him attractive?
Boy Next Door, look.
No, who do you... Carl, hurry up, because it's, you know, we've only got 2 hours.
Probably... do you know, I can't think of one offhand. Mark Owen is pretty good looking then, really.
Well, there's not... Just name one bloke that you think's an attractive guy. There must be one bloke that you've either met, or that you've, you know, seen in a pub,
Who do you think
on a
is
poster.
attractive?
Tell you what.
Go on.
Tell you what. Works here. Young Alex Zane.
Alex! Well, we know Alex, maybe we can fix you up.
Oh, I love you, Alex! You got so much! Feeder, come back around. XFM, 104.9. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. I asked Karl in the week, right, what animal would he never trust? Even if he got to know it and it was a pet and everything, what animal would he never trust? What was it?
Was this, a wasp?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you trust a wasp, Carl?
I just think that,
They're shifty?
all other animals, if you get them at an early age, you can sort of make them like you.
You can train them.
A wasp.
Nothing.
Never.
Is there anything do you think there's anything you could do that would kind of, win the favour and win the trust of a wasp? What would you have to do you think?
What if you had it from a little grub?
Yeah.
And you fed it, he had its favourite marmalade.
It doesn't affect it though, does it? A bee dies, doesn't it, if it does it, so it's not gonna, like, use it willy-nilly.
That's easy for you to say.
But a wasp.
You think they sting arbitrarily? They just sting for the fun of it? They're like sort of like delinquent insects?
I think so, because last night, right, I mean, this is part of educating Ricky in a way, but something I learned last night was that tarantulas only bite you if you annoy it.
Right.
They don't, do you know how people say, oh, if you're in a sleeping bag living in a jungle, a spider will get in there and it'll bite you?
Yeah.
Apparently not, you've got to really annoy it. The thing that it really hates is having its leg sort of twisted.
It hates having its leg twisted. Right.
Yeah, but that's more for...
Is that what they said in a documentary?
No,
actually said, this is
almost certainly not, Steve. Almost certainly not.
Were you watching a documentary?
No, I was reading it.
Oh, you're reading it.
And, it was this guy...
Was it scrawled on the wall in like a public toilet?
No, I'll tell you. I'll tell you more about that later.
Oh,
it's
right,
part of the, thing.
So, if you don't trust the evil wasp, what animal do you trust? What's your favourite?
Well, I also, I said to him, right, supposing your mind, right, got put into any animal, right, and you've got to get from where you are now, right, to Glasgow, right, as an animal, right, but the authorities will be looking out for it.
Okay.
And it's shooting you, right, and, you went through loads, didn't you?
I was thinking about it it must have took me about an hour.
So your mind has been put into an animal.
And then, yeah, so it's you in this animal thinking you've got to get to somewhere.
But maybe you're in the animal?
Yeah, maybe your body is in Glasgow or something, and you've got to get this animal to get to you so it can transfer its mind back into your body.
But the government knows that I'm...
Oh, we've all had that conversation.
So the government's going, Karl can't have his own brain back.
I only have it with Karl, don't I, these conversations? Go on, yeah.
So you're on the way.
So think about it, you think about it just for a second, so, let's recap. Your body's in Scotland.
Right.
He's the only one that takes my question seriously.
Your brain is in London. Right? And there's like loads of security and stuff looking out in the sky for animals or looking on the field, seeing what's looking a bit suspicious. Trying to get to your body.
And they're shooting
the brain, and they're shooting everything and killing all the animals. What thing would you pick to get your brain to Scotland that wouldn't get caught? And I reckon I've got the answer.
A wasp?
No, because think about it, a lot of people get irritated if it sort of wanted to get a lift in a car going down the motorway. If someone's driving there's a wasp in the car, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, sure.
Cause a right accident.
Yeah.
So think of something that people wouldn't, you know.
And the clock's ticking as well.
You're taking this really very seriously,
yeah,
aren't you, Karl?
You've only got a couple
you've given this a lot of thought, haven't you? You have.
Yeah.
So, something with speed.
Yeah,
something that can travel quite speedily.
Well, that's... Yeah.
And something that's also inconspicuous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that the sort of thing that's what you're going to
do?
Yeah. And is it a creature that's native to this country?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it is.
I've got no idea, Karl. What are you thinking?
Tell him.
A flea.
A flea?
Tell him why.
Think about it. Right, this flea, it's got my brain. It's dead small, the flea.
Thanks for clearing that up.
Yeah.
And so it goes, right, I've got to get to Scotland. So it jumps on someone who's going to Euston Station.
Right.
They don't know it's there.
No.
The government can't see it.
Can't see it, Steve! Think of that statement! Think of you just tuned in.
Yeah.
Now,
people get on the train, goes to Glasgow or Edinburgh, wherever in Scotland it is. It jumps off, it goes right, jumps on someone else who's going the way it needs to go, gets there, still no one's seeing it, jumps on me, I get my brain back.
Yeah.
The government are like, phew.
And you feel confident that your brain would fit in that of a flea's?
Well, you said there was no problem with the size of it, you said you could...
There certainly wouldn't be.
So...
No.
I pretty much you could download everything you know into a flea.
Yeah.
So that's genius.
Yeah.
That's,
what would you rather have, right? Roller skate feet, and there's little wheels, right? Chopstick hands. Yeah? Instead of hands. Chopsticks instead of hands. Wheels instead of feet.
Yeah.
Right? Or acne.
How big are the wheels?
Can I take you guys back to the old school? Do you mind if we take it back to the old school?
Well, yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna lay on me?
No, I just, maybe a bit of a De La Soul.
Yeah.
Is that a problem? Is it a problem going back to the old school?
No,
we don't need to go if you don't
as
want
long as it's vinyl shit.
It is indeed. Slam it on.
I never went. There we go.
David Bowie.
It's a cracker.
Be My Wife, off a low.
Very good indeed.
Yeah.
Rick, you know my frustration with the homeless?
Yeah.
You know they wind me up. walking through Soho last night, I saw a homeless fella reading a book.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this, if he's got the wherewithal to read a book, right, he's obviously, you know, he wants to keep himself occupied, his mind educated.
Yeah.
My point is, why not, instead of reading a book, have a quick look through the job vacancies section of the Evening Standard, or maybe just take the time to fill in some kind of application form for, you know, maybe, you know,
So
a job or something like that.
confusing there was is the ability to read with the ability to house yourself.
Well, no, because what I'm saying is, it seems to me he's obviously got a certain, you know, grasp psychologically of, you know, his where
They're
he's
not
like,
mental, people who haven't got houses.
a lot of them are, Rick. I've seen them dancing and shouting and screaming, you know, and pissing in doorways and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
very
again, you're
crazy.
confusing homelessness with trampiness.
Well, again, you know,
Some
Rick,
people just have
listen,
left home and they haven't got a...
Gervais, I'm not a sociologist.
No.
Sorry if I can't spot all the clever distinctions that a trained expert such as yourself can.
Well-
all I know is, there was a fella reading a book.
Well, you know the ones that have got beards and
Right.
sing little tunes and they
They're my
smell of
favourite.
piss.
They're my favourite. They
Right?
are brilliant.
Yeah,
They are
and
funny.
they're drinking special brew.
Yeah.
Especially the one. That's an alcoholic tramp,
Yeah,
right?
they are.
You know
They're
the ones that sit with a dog or sell big issue? They just haven't got their own place.
Right.
Do you see?
Okay. Well, again, I mean, because it is tricky finding a place, I know, because I had to move house recently, and it's a nightmare. I had to get, like, estate agents on it, and I had to go and see a load of places, and I was doing a job as well, you know, and I still managed to fit it in. This guy's just lounging around on the street, so I'm surprised
He should be able to find loads of places to live.
I'm surprised he can't find the time to visit a couple of different residences.
Yeah.
Because there's some pretty cheap ones, you know, if you go kind of a bit farther out of London. Maybe it's because he wants to live in the Soho area, and frankly, it's expensive.
What I'm confused about is the number of homeless people that recognise me and say they enjoy The Office. They've got to be watching it through Dixon's window.
I think that's probably demographic that's sort of hung over from some of your previous TV work.
The 11 o'clock show.
Yeah, you know, or stuff like that.
The
or,
ones that used to set
the
fire to
yeah, exactly.
tramps and the French for me.
Exactly, yeah. Some of the weirdos.
Sure.
Or maybe sort of people who watched, you know, have watched the show and then have fallen on hard times since then, I don't know. And this is not necessarily linked, I mean,
No, I wouldn't have thought so. Carl's lost in this conversation. Carl, are we boring you then?
No, it's just, I don't know, it's a bit tight, innit?
What?
Because it's like, I sometimes think it could have been me. When I see homeless people and that, I just think, you know, I nearly killed a man once. It could have totally changed my life.
You want to, you want to slow down there. Just want to back up for a second. Just back up for a second.
No,
You nearly
like
killed a man.
that time when I was in Wales, right, and I picked up a big piece of slate and chucked it off the cliff.
Oh, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And it nearly hit a fella.
Yeah.
Right, in that split second, if he would have decided to sort of go and pick up a shell that was closer to the sea, it could have hit him, and it would have killed him, and I wouldn't be sat here today.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it's just all about luck, innit?
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, don't know, that's about it, really. That's
the point. That's the political.
What was the point again? That you there for the grace of God to
Yeah,
no, he's saying, you know, we should count our blessings because, you know, anything can happen.
Yeah,
you never know what's around the corner.
Sure.
Yeah,
It's like, if Karl hadn't met us, he'd still be in that little room making jingles. Now, he is a respected household name.
Do you think he packed the book before he left home to become homeless? He thought, right, I'm gonna need the clothes, I'm gonna need the cigarettes, I'm gonna need the dog and the piece of string, and I probably gonna need some reading literature as well, because I'm gonna get pretty bored, like, just sitting in the street begging all day.
Maybe it's one of
maybe
those-
I should take, I wanna catch up on, some of the stuff I haven't read, you know.
Or maybe it's one of those themed holidays. You know those trendy middle-class people?
Right.
They go on, like, the adventure holidays and danger holidays. Maybe the latest one, amongst sort of, like, yuppie types, is, homeless holidays.
Exactly, yeah.
They pay, like, £10,000.
Exactly.
And they really
get a little
the
area of
experience.
sort of the streets of Soho.
And people come up to them and abuse them.
Yeah.
They're all
Shout
paid,
at
they're
them,
all actors.
Yeah. They get beaten up at night when they're sleeping under a bridge.
They you know, they get to try a really safe sort of form of heroin.
Sure, yeah. That sounds brilliant. Now that's worth marketing.
Themed holidays.
Themed holidays like that. You can have homeless.
Yeah.
You can have like rent boy holidays. Find out what it's like to be a rent boy for 3 weeks.
Yeah, and then they have to
And make a little bit of money on the
They
side.
have to wean them off it.
Exactly.
At the end, they go, no, don't keep sucking it.
You can stop
You've finished now. You're a bank manager again. I've just got the taste for it, to be honest.
Can that happen? No, it's worth knowing if that is a possibility.
Carl's worried. What? We haven't said anything.
We're just
We
talking
haven't
about
said
possible
anything
holidays for
wrong,
people to
Carl.
have.
There's be no complaints. We haven't said anything. The word suck, as far as I can work out. No, it's not a banned word on the radio.
Is it Rockbusters time?
Okay. Yeah, Rockbusters.
Well, let's play a tune, then we'll come back with Rockbusters.
What do you want
Are we
about?
gonna hear your mum's before we have
Best
yours?
holiday I've ever had.
I'll get a taste for it. That's a new American band called My Morning Jacket from the Sweat Bees EP. That's called Lowdown.
Like that?
Yeah, nice.
It's good, yeah. I brought in some adverts, my favourite adverts to play.
Really?
Yeah, they're all new ones as well.
We got those now? Can we hear them?
Do you want to do them now, or keep them listening and play them later?
No, do them now.
Yeah?
Oh, they are good.
Ready? XFM.
XFM indeed, Steve.
Absolutely. Sorry, I'm just fiddling around here.
What are you looking at?
Well, I'm just looking at some of the emails, and if I can find it, I got an absolute treat from you.
Go on.
Dickie Anderson.
Is he,
Anders, he's emailed in
Richard Anderson, our biggest fan.
Biggest fan. He said, Dear Ricky, sorry for not tuning in recently, only I've been busy watching a puddle evaporate. Glad to hear you haven't tinkered with the show's winning formula by trying to introduce any quality into it. That's from Richard Anderson. So, good to have Dickie Anderson listening again.
Oh,
because he just keeps us on our toes, you know.
Yeah.
And, good work, Rich. Thanks for that.
I wonder what he looks like.
Dickie Anderson?
Yeah.
I think he's a good-looking guy. For some reason, I've always imagined him as being slightly older, with maybe a beard.
Oh, no,
Do you know
I
what I
think,
mean? Like
I think of him sort of cords and now and sweater.
Definitely cords.
I think he looks like, maybe the Proclaimers.
Yeah, but
Right.
again, with a beard or at least a moustache.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm seeing some kind of facial hair.
And he's sort of like, he's sort of, he likes the Cure and the Swiss Nut, but, he snarls at everything. He thinks everything's puerile.
Yeah.
I bet he prefers Radio 5.
Do you think Radio 5?
Yeah. 5, yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
4.
I bet he's a real music snob as well. I bet there's certain bands, it's like rubbish. The Blazing Squad, rubbish. All pop music, rubbish. Britney Spears, rubbish.
Is this defamation of character?
He slagged you off enough times, Rick, and the show. I don't know.
And I'm only saying it's my opinion, I imagine, so,
yeah, I mean, we don't know. I mean, you know, he could be a lovely guy.
to be honest, I'm getting to like him.
What I like about Richard is he's willing to say what he thinks.
Well, it's more than that.
He's a bit like Eminem.
No, it's more than that. He actually hits on the truth too often for my liking.
Yeah, well,
I mean, this is a shoddy show with very, very little to offer.
You got to remember though, it is a bronze-winning show. He did win a bronze award at the Sonys last year. One of the most coveted of the awards.
Yeah,
the bronze.
In my opinion, the bronze is slightly better than the gold.
Well, a lot of people don't win the bronze, Rick. You got to remember that there's not many people who win the bronze.
Gold, just, you know, gold's got no intrinsic value. It's just a currency, and in my opinion, bronze is better.
Well, yeah.
In a way. Carl, Rockbusters, your mum, Carl.
Yeah, no,
Listen,
we did get a bronze, but this year we introduced Rockbusters. Things will be changing. So,
Hey, we didn't introduce Rockbusters, Carl. Please don't tar us with that brush.
Yeah.
You introduced
And also, do you remember the show that got that bronze was the show with the complaint that was upheld by the radio authority.
Was it really?
Yeah, the show that got the award and was nominated was the one with the only upheld complaint we've ever had.
Do you think if we hadn't discussed that particular subject for quite as long, we could have got the silver?
I think it was the mention of, and I say this meaning male birds, of all the cocks.
Right.
Yeah. But do you think the Sony committee was going, I enjoyed the show, if they hadn't mentioned cocks, meaning birds,
Yeah, bee-birds, yeah.
I'd have given it the silver.
Yeah.
So,
Carl getting nervous.
Rockbusters then.
Yeah.
Chance to win all that stuff Steve was talking about before.
Uh-huh.
We give initials and a cryptic clue, and it's a band, and there's 3 of them, and you email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Yeah.
Right? Do you want some of me mums?
Well, I think before you give us your own, we should hear your mum's, just to sort of set the tone and for people to get their heads around the whole idea.
Send some more, they're still not that up to scratch. First one, this group are nice on toast.
Marmalade?
Jam.
Yeah.
Which one?
Jam.
Okay. Marmalade would have worked.
Marmo's just as good, yeah.
This man liked his wine.
This man liked his wine?
Dean Martin.
What?
So no cryptic clue, just a man who drinks.
Yeah. But that, isn't there like a myriad of rock stars and pop stars who like booze?
I love that. That's his wine!
I don't think anyone would have ever got that.
That's fantastic! This man liked his wine, Dean Martin. This man liked his golf. Oh, clubby chip face? No, Bunker Smith. Bing Crosby, yeah. He liked his golf. Yeah, that's genius. This man liked his wine.
Just a couple more. Hope you're not speeding when you meet these. The police.
Oh, it's great!
And, is there any other good ones? Sounds like these lads work for the hospital.
The porters.
Say that again?
Sounds like these lads, work for the hospital. Jerry and the Pacemakers.
Right.
So we'll
Carl, I have to say, if there was ever, in the future, any doubt that you were your mother's son, that would pay that. Believe me, you are a chip off the old block.
Right, we're doing Rockbusters.
Yeah, come on. Listening
Steve, do you
online.
want to do the clues?
I won't do all the clues, I'll never be able to piece them together, but I'll give you the prizes. The Old Grey Whistle Test Volume 2, the Kumars at number 42, Volume 2, or maybe that's Volume 1, who cares? Porridge Series 3, Volume 2, The Office Complete Second Series on VHS, for anybody who's still got grandparents, and U2, a best of 99 to 2000, and Smash Hits The Reunion, that'll be the kind of stuff you'll love. Spice Girls is on there, Liberty X, Atomic Kitten.
Do you see that? Do you see Steve's enthusiastic? Even though the competition's rubbish, the prizes are second rate, Steve is going, well, I'm not going to punish London, right? I'm going to big it up. You're there. Oh, funny. Do you know what I mean? Come on.
Right, here's the first clue. Clue one.
Come on. Come on!
Shut up!
Come on!
Can't do any photos because it's been nicked by a German.
Right, start again.
Oh,
Start again.
what?
Clue 1. Rockbusters, Clue 1.
Okay, this is Rockbusters with Karl Pilkington. Go!
I can't do any photos because it's been nicked by a German.
And what's the initial?
AC. Right?
Next.
Second clue. If you keep eating, this bit of your body will get bigger. PC. PC. It's an artist or a band. Who is it? PC. If you keep eating, this part of your body will get bigger, right?
Yeah.
And the last one I'm not really sure about. If you...
He's actually winging it now. Imagine if this was Mastermind. I'm not sure about it. I know your specialist subject
Come
is,
on! Okay, go!
The place where you go to take your dog a walk and that.
The place where you go to take your dog a walk.
Forget it then.
We were doing Rockbusters just before the ads and the record. Rick, I know you were enjoying it.
Yeah, come on, get this clue out, Carl. There's 3. What is it?
Right, the first one was...
No, we don't got the first 2. What's
Can't
the
do any
third?
photos because it's been nicked by a German.
Yeah.
Second one, if you keep eating, this bit of your body will keep getting bigger.
Yeah, it's different every time. Go on, what's the third one?
And where you take your dogs for a walk and that, or you might go there on a Sunday.
What?
Sort of...
Oh, Jesus
Rick,
Christ.
please, Rick, just be quiet for just a moment.
Right, okay, do this clue. Right, start from now. This is the 3rd Rockbuster clue.
That was a Freudian slip.
Yeah, God, we'll get done. Right, go on then, go.
Where you take your dog a walk, or you might go there on a Sunday and that. People sort of might taste that area. Right?
Oh.
It's rubbish.
AP.
Right, well the other one's AP as well, eh?
AP.
What?
AP. Ricky.gervais at xfm.co.uk.
AP.
A quick reminder of them again with the initials. Quick,
Oh,
go.
this is such rubbish.
First one, can't do any photos because it's been nicked by a German. Second one, if you keep
What was the
eating...
initial?
AC. If you
Don't
keep,
get annoyed, that's what the game's about, the initials!
Yeah.
if you keep eating, this bit of your body will get bigger. That's PC.
Right.
Right? And where you take your dog maybe on a Sunday and you go for a walk there and that, have a taste of it.
Different!
AP, just email in and you win some stuff.
Ricky.gervais at xfm.co.uk.
What rubbish. I wonder why we stopped this game.
Well, I think it's probably exhausted him. He needs to go to some kind of volcanic dust island. Talking of email correspondence, Rockbusters.
Oh.
Rick is underway. People
Have we
are
got monkey news?
Absolutely loving that.
Let's see if we can cram it in.
Have we got a film?
Yeah.
We should do that then.
Well, let's
hang on,
finish
do
one thing and move
Rockbusters.
on. Jesus, calm down. Alright,
Right.
Rockbusters.
Let's get this third one out of the way because it's tricky.
When you say tricky,
It's tricky to say.
The initials were AP. It was,
when you take your dog out on that, or maybe on a Sunday, you know,
Come on, let him
let's
finish.
taste it.
Rick! Let him finish.
you take your dog there, you might go there on a Sunday, have a taste of it when you're there. Right, that was AP.
The answer.
Alex Parks, right? Alex.
Alex Parks.
Yeah. Kind of
Carl,
doesn't work, that one.
But
That
what-
one doesn't work, I know. I know, it's...
you know that one doesn't work.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, well that's
Well,
fine.
that's
That's
what I
fine.
was trying to work out when you were messing around.
What
That's
do you
why
mean
it isn't that
messing
good.
around?
Okay, come on. The other ones.
The first one was the
These are
German
gonna be
fella.
brilliant.
Can't do any photos because it's been nicked.
What's
German
that?
fella can't do any photos because it's been nicked.
That was
The initials were?
AC.
I've got it.
I took,
Right, it's Aztec camera.
Yeah,
But what's that got to do with the German fella nicking it?
because the way he'd say it, he'd be like, you know, Aztec camera. So why ain't you taking any pictures? Can't. Why? Aztec camera.
Why is that German?
Just sounds a bit.
Right, do you know that's rubbish then as well? You know that one doesn't work, do you?
And the second one was, if you keep eating, this bit of your body will get bigger. PC. Yeah. Phil colons. Phil.
It's honestly right, Carl.
Phil Collins. Phil
honestly,
Collins.
right, okay. I don't know what the PC term is for this, but I honestly think. I think you're quite bright, you know. I think you're quite streetwise and all that things, but I actually think. Oh, I've got to be so careful here not to offend people. But I think you might be.
Could you maybe describe it through a sound?
You might be educationally subnormal. Does that worry you? No.
I've got by all right. I'm not going to worry about it now. You know what I mean? I'm 30. You know what I mean? Why start worrying about it now?
But you've got the mind of a 12-year-old.
So what?
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? I don't worry about stuff. If you don't know about stuff, you don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So I'm happy.
Well, if he's educationally subnormal, I'm afraid also Matt Briggs of South East London is as well,
Well
because he
done,
got all
Matt.
three
Well
right,
done.
as did a number of other people.
Well done. Well done.
that.
Yeah.
So he's won that stuff.
First of the game to die, Morrissey, XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Well, Karl, you failed miserably. The scientist stuck away. Right, one more chance. What's happened in the last couple of weeks? Just one more chance to. What have you seen in the last couple of weeks?
Well, like I say, I don't really watch the news and that, so
Right.
I can't tell them about that. But in a way, I think they're better off not knowing. I think that's the only good thing about being out there, isn't it? Not knowing about the bad stuff going on.
Yeah.
So I can't help them there.
They don't need to look at the weather, do they?
No, don't enough. No. But tell you about the Pope and that.
Yeah, you've pretty extensive.
What about the EU Constitution and the no votes? What do you make of that? What are your views?
What's the problem there?
Oh, this isn't
No, but it's better not knowing.
broadcasting,
It's
though,
better
is
not
it? This is
knowing.
nothing. Come up with something.
Well, the fat baby then, the fat baby that they found, that was on the telly.
Right. Well, what was that?
It's just a little fat baby. That,
Oh, for
I don't know what, it's just a little fat kid and that.
what? Tell what?
It was on the telly, it was on the telly and
But
that.
what was on the telly? You just said fat baby, fat baby, fat baby, fat baby on telly, fat baby on telly. Do you meant to be telling them what's happened in the world? Tell me about the fat baby on telly.
It's just they've found some, there's this illness called Momo, right? And, they've just got this woman had a kid. It's really sad, it was on Channel 4 and that, right? And, kid's born.
You sure it wasn't Jimmy Carr?
Kid's born and that, right?
Momo?
It's called Momo,
Isn't that
yeah.
that Black Music Award?
No, right, little fat baby and that, and there's only 3 of them in the world. These little fat babies,
Right.
and
So
one of them,
they're in danger.
How fat? Are you not telling what do you mean? How fat are they?
6 stone it was only 2. And there's 3 of them in the world, and there was this one, and there was one in Brazil.
Are they like
No.
endangered? Is that the problem? Because there's only 3 of them in the world. I'm a bit worried. This is like a conservation campaign.
Hunted for their flesh.
No, it's sad. If you, I know, it's easy to
You
joke
shouldn't
and
laugh,
that, but
but
if
you
you've
could make
seen
an
it, you'd
interesting
go, oh, it's a bit sad and that.
Well, I haven't seen it, and I know nothing about it.
Well, I've told you, there's 3 of them in the world.
Okay, what else was on telly?
Something I watched the other night, which was good. Again, you know, I learn stuff from the telly. I don't watch the news. It was just
No, well, you
something
don't
about-
learn stuff from the telly. You
Well,
know,
I'll tell you what, though.
you told us there's a fat baby in the world.
Forget about them
There's
in-
a spider eats chickens, and there was a fat kid. That's
Alright, forget them in Iceland, right?
Yeah.
We'll give them Rockbusters later to do, right?
Iceland.
But what's the name? I'll tell you what is interesting, Steve.
What?
I didn't know that much about it. Autism.
Okay. Oh, good. It's just some more entertaining stuff on XFM 104.9.
No.
Just to cheer up people. Go on, and what? Come on.
No, right. Have you heard about it, Steve? What
Autism.
It scares me to death when he comes up, when he touches on a serious subject. We've been talking about wheeling a dead pope round, the Chinese don't age well, and ginger people are hated, and now we're going to touch on a really, I mean,
no, I said,
my heart's in my throat. Go on, Carl, then tell me your insights to autism.
Right, well, there was this, again, Channel 4 coming up with some good stuff at the moment, right? It might have been Channel 5. But what's the name?
It's the attention span I like!
It's these people who, they've got like this autism thing going on.
Yeah.
And, they sort of take in a lot of information, they get sort of they get so into it that they know everything about that subject and what have you, right? And there was this lad who, he knew everything, right, about EastEnders.
Right.
He sort of, the cameraman was saying to him, so, you know, why EastEnders and that? And he said, oh, I don't know, I just like it. And he said, I remember when I first watched it was a Thursday, it was 5 to 8, Pauline Fowler walked in, she had a pink jumper on, she said, alright, love. And he remembers everything from that moment on.
Yeah.
Right, and everything. Which is great, but then, the way the programme was making out, it was almost like they were saying it's a disability.
Right.
When in a way, it's more like a superpower.
Sure. Like Rain Man.
But if you can take
It's Rain Man.
No, I'm
he
not.
has special autistic powers.
Oh God!
We must send for Rain Man.
I don't know what to do.
So
I don't know what to do.
So he would be a great
there's other
mastermind.
things.
Sort of autistic mastermind. He'd
Well,
be
what I'm
dynamite.
saying is, don't be watching EastEnders though. Sort of, why didn't they give him an encyclopedia and say, get into that?
Sure.
That'll be useful.
Yeah.
Keep him away from EastEnders. Wasting his time there. But I don't think it is a disability.
No.
Yeah, there are other things, and they're not. It's also autism is a matter of degrees. From what I know, and I'm sorry to have to do this, but I feel that I have to at least be the voice of reason, as ill-educated as I am on the subject. But I think there's degrees of autism. I think some are higher performance than others. There's other issues with it. It's not they're just got good memories. They don't go around doing tricks for people because they can remember stuff. There are other issues with it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, they seemed a bit...
You watched the programme, what did you learn? That he knows when Pauline Fowler came in?
Yeah, I mean, there was other bits where they couldn't control their emotions and stuff.
Oh,
but
that other little bit, yeah.
But the main bit of it was he can soak up information and stuff, and I'm just saying, it didn't seem really bad. Do you know what I mean? There's disabilities where people say that's a bad disability. It's like how people say about,
This is brilliant. This is just like this is amazing to be in a room with this man. It's incredible. You just wind him up and listen to what comes out. And I'm going to sit back now. I'm not going to defend you or explain anything. Just go on and tell me about the other disabilities that are worse.
No, what I mean is how people can sometimes easily get mixed up. How people are scared of like a cyclop. When at the end of the day, he's got a disability. A bloke with
Who's scared of a cyclop?
No, it's
apart
just
from
like
Jason and his Argonauts. Where's this cyclop that you're scared of?
No, I'm just saying in history and in books and that.
No, not in history. History happened.
Yeah. But
What are you thinking of? You're mixing history with Greek mythology and Roman mythology and every other type of mythology. What do you mean there wasn't really a giant cyclop that went round picking up ships and throwing them around? That's not history, Carl. Do you think Batman's history?
No, but this was it was ages ago, wasn't it? When we were sort of
No, I'm not saying it didn't happen ages ago. I'm saying it didn't happen.
Well, it might have done. There's no. I mean, what's so ridiculous about a fellow with one eye?
In the middle of his head, and he's big and scary and lives in a
Why is he
cave.
scary? Because he's got. What if he had 8 eyes? I'd be scared of him. At the end of the day, he's got a disability. Oh, we'll talk about it in a bit.
Oh, my car is on. Tim Burgess, brilliant. XFM 104.9. Right. Well, we're running out of time here.
Yeah.
We had Carl in a little film, but I think we've really got time for Monkey News, you know?
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Carl?
Yeah, if you want to do that.
Yeah, let's do Monkey News.
All right.
Play the jingle.
Oh, chimpanzee, that Monkey News.
Right. There's this monkey, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think his name was number 6 or number 7 or something, right? In this lab, right?
Yeah.
And anyway, it's in there, are with, like, you know, the rabbits and little mice and stuff like that. And,
The rabbit smoking.
the nurse, right, not the nurse, the woman who works in the lab, what would you call her? Is that a nurse?
Depends what turns out her job was. If she was a lab assistant, you call her a lab assistant.
Right.
I mean, they probably call her by her name.
Alright, lab assistant, right?
Kirsty.
So
I
she's...
think it's probably Kirsty.
Right,
Kirsty Morris.
Well, she's in there, right?
Yeah.
And she doesn't work with many people and that. She's mainly on her own with, you know, just putting lipstick on rabbits and stuff like that, right?
Chimp fancies her?
So,
Chimp fancies her? She's putting on lipstick, chimp fancies her? She's got hairy legs?
He gets pally, right, with this woman.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it gets to a point when she sees him every day.
It's the way he sort of tries to string out like it's a narrative love story. Did the chimp put his hand out and grabbed her, and then you thinking that he made a move on her?
So,
Right, come on,
he's
let him
allowed
tell
out,
the
he's allowed out
Oh,
the
it's not a
cage.
story, is it?
He's allowed out the cage and whatever, yeah. Anyway, so, he's wandering about, and as time goes on, he's watching what she's doing more and more, right? So, he notices, like, the code on the door, right? Whatever, 247 or whatever,
Yeah.
he goes, right, I've clocked that, I've got
Yeah.
that, I'll remember that, right? And then he goes, right, there's a lot of lipstick and that knocking about, a lot of makeup.
Right, okay. No, there's no way. No! Because,
So-
Steve, you know what's gonna happen. I know what's gonna happen.
So he's there.
It's ridiculous.
And he's going, well, if it's there, you know what I mean? So while she's messing about with the rabbit, he gets there, he's in front of the mirror, putting a little bit of lippy on. Right?
No! I know! It's gone too far! No, it's gone too far, Steve!
Right,
Your mic's off, Rick. He's finishing
Right,
the story.
so-
Turn mine off as well.
It's gone.
It's looking pretty
I
good.
didn't mention the mascara!
It's looking alright, right? So it knows the code on the door, 247, right? So when she's sort of messing about with the rabbit, right, he goes, right, here's my chance. He's looking good, 247, out the door, reception man's there, he's like, alright, Kirsty, right?
Don't talk shit!
I Feel Free from Cream. That's pretty much the last track, isn't it, guys? I imagine on XFM 104.9.
Well, I mean, yeah, I've got nothing to say after that ridiculous story. I mean, that's worse than the bank robbery to me.
Yeah.
That he clocks out, and the bloke on the desk. All right, Kirsty. Oh, you're 2 foot shorter and hairy.
She wasn't a looker anyway. So
She wasn't a looker anyway. Brilliant. Oh, play record and say cheerio. We'll see you next week for the last time for a little
just
while.
got ads and...
Oh, adverts? Oh, I'd love to end with adverts.
See you later. It's brilliant. Going out on a bang. Brilliant. I love that. That's like a ride song or something. That's my favourite one.
Ride-ish.
Ride-ish. Feeder. Just the way I'm feeding on XFM 104.9.
Rick, quick question for you.
Go
I'm
on.
thinking, a lot of people maybe are tuning in for the first time because of the advertising campaign.
Sure.
Should we reintroduce Karl again? I know we've done this a few times in the past, but just worried that people are going to not really kind of get the measure of him.
I'm Ricky Gervais. I'm the one off The Office.
Yeah.
Steve Merchant. He's not the one in The Office. He's not Gareth. Some people think he is. He's got a funny, weird West Country accent that actually Mackenzie was affecting for the role. Steve wrote it with me. He's the tall, lanky fella. Karl is our sort of, I say producer, but he's the one that pressed the buttons because I was
dog
too.
spotting.
Yeah, but I mean, it was just because I was too big to run the desk.
Yeah. Yeah, too
like
important, yeah.
I used to have to do.
Literally too big. You couldn't get younger.
Yeah, and then we discovered that, you know, he looked a bit like a boring sort of, alright, yeah, but then when we sort of, you know, poked him with a stick, he came up with, he doesn't realise, but some of I think some of the funniest
extraordinary things I've ever heard.
Say hello, Karl.
Alright.
Yeah,
Well, classics, I think, so far, that have gone straight to the list include, have you ever used a Y front correctly?
yeah.
Brilliant.
You never see an old person
Eating a Twix.
eating a Twix.
That's,
These are sort of things.
extraordinary
He's
things.
back on his campaign to get rid of jellyfish. Why is that, Karl?
Oh, did you see the paper yesterday?
Go on.
There's a jellyfish,
Uh-huh.
right? It's about 15 foot long, about
Right.
5 foot wide, and there's a fella swimming next to it, and the paper's going, oh, look at this we've found, there's loads of them in Japan,
Yeah.
and it's because the water's getting hot, so it's making jellyfish really big.
Oh dear. How's the campaign going to get jellyfish get rid of them?
What's your point about jellyfish? They don't do anything.
There's no point, they get in the way,
jellyfish, yeah.
it ruined me holiday,
Uh-huh.
because I got stung by one,
Yeah.
and
But you
yeah,
think the same thing about Liverpudlians, and we can't just go around,
you know, wiping out things that ruin your
let's
holiday.
do the jellyfish first. And then we'll move on to the scousers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what they do, and I'm still, I mean, I'm trying to look on the internet. I've been busy this week.
You're jellyfish now, not scousers.
Yeah.
You don't know what
I don't know what they do either.
To sort of try and work out what would happen with the sea if it didn't work, because they say, like, if there's no...
Whoa. See, this is what we're talking about. People who've listened for the first time, they've got to listen to every word you say. You want to find out what would happen with the sea if it didn't work?
If jellyfish weren't in there, do you know what I mean? Because stuff like coral, apparently the sea would be in a right state if you didn't have any coral in it. If fish, do you know what I mean? I always worry about how many fish we're sort of eating. Because you go past...
Sorry?
No, do you know, like, you go in Marks and Spencer's or Selfridges...
There's loads of fish in there.
And there's really fancy stuff that you think, they've killed that, and it looks good on the counter, pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But is anyone gonna buy it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's a big, like, a shark sat in ice.
Yeah.
And you go, yeah, they've got, like, a lot of fish for
Sure you
sale.
won't go around the Tate Gallery?
No, do you know what I mean?
I've never seen a big shark sat in ice in Selfridges.
They do it. And it's like, you go in the morning, and you can go back at night, and the same shark sat there, and it's...
So you know it's the same shark, do you?
It's the same one.
So, what, same face?
Are you sure he just hasn't lost his mum? And he's just like, he went shopping with her, Christmas shopping, and he's just like, he's stranded, he doesn't know where, he's just waiting.
You know I'm right.
I've never seen a shark in Selfridges.
Well, alright, then say maybe that's one day a week, but on other days they'll have like...
Shark Monday. I think, Selfridges. Today at Selfridges is Shark Monday. Yeah.
No, it's just that...
So your point is that there's all these fish not being eaten.
Yeah. So
and they're being killed.
They've taken them out of the sea, no one's eating them.
And you're worried, what, that the sea's gonna rise because the more things you take out?
Well, we're just gonna run out.
Because the fish drink it, don't they? And that keeps the water level down.
No, well, you know what I mean. There's stuff that worries me.
You're worried that... Was it you who said that you were worried that... Because, you know, there's sponge in the sea.
Yeah.
But if they took it all away...
No.
Was it... Is that him?
That's a Stephen Wright joke.
Is that Stephen Wright? What was the joke?
Sponges grow in the sea. That kills me. How deep would it be if they didn't? I love the fact that he confused you with Stephen Wright. Who for a living purposely says ridiculous things. Does that worry you, Carl?
Well, think about that and play a record.
What do you want?
I'd love to, a classic, a beautiful song by Simon & Garfunkel, April Comes She Will.